Good afternoon. Let me take this opportunity to first say thank you to DSI, to CSIR also for inviting me. Like you have said, you have heard that my name is Nnenesi Kgabi. Yeah, so I am the Director Research Support at the Northwest University. But I am here representing WAITRO because I also serve as the regional focal point for Africa in WAITRO. So that actually makes the Northwest University also to be the regional focal point, as much as CSIR is the regional representative for WAITRO. So let me quickly get to the topic, which is promoting collaboration among African research and technology organizations. The previous speaker made it easy for me because we have already seen the importance of us working together to develop as a region and as a continent. So that is my point of departure, and that is why in trying to bring the context to the fore, I looked at one angle of diplomacy, and that is science diplomacy, which is diplomacy for science. That is where diplomatic efforts and resources are pulled together, and so that we can enhance or advance our international cooperation. So basically that is the purpose actually of me being here, to say let us take that forward from this room, and that is why the different components of science diplomacy, out of those I have selected these few, because this talks to what WAITRO stands for, but also what we should be looking at if we really want to advance. So one of them, of course, is utilizing the scientific collaborations for implementation of SDGs. That is one thing that brings nations together. All SDGs, we know that we all can have our hands on deck. So if we collaborate based on that, then we can make an impact in terms of socio-economic development. Of course, there are several, and there's one that normally it looks like we forget about it, and that is engagement of scientific diaspora. Because we as Africans actually are making a lot of impact outside our continent. And it is a high time that whenever we talk collaborations, we talk cooperations, and we talk socio-economic development based on scientific studies and cooperations, we should consider creating synergies actually between local scientific talent pools and the scientific diaspora. Now, what is WAITRO? WAITRO is the World Association of Industrial Technological Research Organizations. And of course, you have the history of when it was formed. But what is important is that it is a global membership-based association that promotes collaboration amongst partners and members. And of course, at the heart of WAITRO is the principle that science, technology, and innovation are the heart of sustainable development. So there's that commitment to increasing the impact of research and development to contribute to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So then, WAITRO being a global organization, we now need to map the African context and the rationale for why are we talking about WAITRO on this platform. It is because, of course, we said STI plays a crucial role, but this time we're saying it plays a crucial role in a crucial role as a foundation upon which industrialization is built. And like Ms. Mampe has already indicated, industrialization strategy for the SADC also needs to be implemented. We cannot have good documents and not a good implementation. So I'm actually saying this is a platform that we can also harness, come to the African context, and then say, but also in SADC we have this strategy for industrialization. How can we make the goals to be realized? And of course, the principle that unless African countries individually and together can fully commit to the industrial transformation agenda, then we may not actually make progress. So the most important thing is for us to then say South Africa as part of the Southern African Development Community and also as part of Africa, are we committed to industrial transformation agenda? That will reflect actually the crucial role of industry in developing the continent at large. So equally important, of course, is the role of research technology organizations. And I need to acknowledge that CSIR is actually playing an important role in the RTOs actually, in the context of WAITRO. And we need to then already look at, we already have entities, of course, in government, and also we have our academic institutions that are already trying to push forth this issue of the RTOs and networks as entities that are mandated to catalyze the industrialization process, also in our country and in the region. So with that context, the CSIR, the Northwest University, and of course CSIR supported by DSI, we actually looked into having the Intra-Africa Collaboration Program. But this was also serving as a platform towards the formation of an Africa chapter for WAITRO. So when we started the program, we looked at Inter-Africa Collaboration Program that can be based on 4 programs: medical-related collaborations, technology-related collaborations, infrastructure-related, and human capital development. So those are the programs that would be central to the Intra-Africa Collaboration Program. But mind you, I said this would then form the foundation for the Africa chapter of WAITRO. So, and these programs, we saw them as programs that can be implemented based on facilitating the exchange, of course, of technical expertise, the training programs, information sharing meetings, including this one, creating a continent-focused research, innovation, and technology interest group, and also a policy discussion forum. So, and also we saw this program as serving as a link between the research establishment and international associations. So there's a long list of what the Intra-Africa Collaboration Program is meant to achieve. But I would like to also emphasize this one of actively engaging African RTOs to participate in WAITRO, the global body, and the programs and the services. There's this, the CSIR is more or less like a platform. Thank you. It's more or less like a platform that can be used to connect the different RTOs to be able to work together towards mobilization of resources, so that we can carry out, not just research that publishes, but rather research that translates to technological impact, that translates to impact in our society and the like. So that is part of what is there. So We made an attempt, of course, supported by DSI, to get the chapter. We could not get the chapter, but we got a special interest group for Africa, and that is what we are now going to use as a vehicle to drive the intra-Africa collaboration program. So the special interest group will provide a platform, of course, to coordinate African participation in WAITRO and to create synergies with other RTOs globally. And there's a long list of the other benefits of this WAITRO Africa SIG. And I am here because we also need now to launch the WAITRO Africa Special Interest Group, and this will be done during the WAITRO Summit that will be in Somerset West. It is, of course, co-organized by Stellenbosch University and Northwest University, of course, supported by CSIR. So in the country, there are three organizations that are part of WAITRO, CSIR, NWU, and Stellenbosch. So the summit will end on the 16th with the launch of WAITRO Africa SIG, and it will be launched under the theme of research, innovation, and industrialization for socio-economic impact in Africa. So, my apologies. The aim is to finally get to the World Science Forum, but we are going to launch first under the theme of the research, innovation, and industrialization on the 16th. And then we can proceed to the Science Forum. And of course, getting the support of our government, we're planning to work on a position paper for research, innovation, and industrialization. Thank you so much for your time.